argument this week, which was unusual for us. We were watching the news and the other morning, and they had this gentleman on that had been a steward for 63 years. Now, when I was growing up, and when I first started flying, they had stewardesses. Back in the day, as they say on some of the TV shows. But back in the day, there were places for everybody. They were called roles. And I said to Squirrel, this guy has been a steward for 63 years. To count back, if my math is right, I said that takes him back to 1949. I said they didn't have stewards back then, they had stewardesses. And we listened to the story, and Hawaiian Airlines had hired 8 stewards to do the special flights for the airline over there. So we got talking about that, and I said, well, it seems strange to me, because in around 1969, there were great arguments over roles in our society. The women were pushing for more leeway in work environments, and I was raised by a gentleman, my dad, who had very strict rules about where women should be, and taught me the same thing. So here I am running a conflict in my vision of the world. This isn't supposed to be. And Squirrel says, of course it was supposed to be. This gentleman was the leader in a changing time. I said, what do you mean a leader in the changing time? I said he was out of place. He didn't belong there. He said, no, he was a leader. And people weren't thinking about changing the role of those who served us on aircraft as we flew from one place to the other. This particular situation started making them think in that direction. Because first they put the guys in, and then they move forward. This is what this guy is telling me. And then they open the door and to others, and they changed the name from stewardess to flight attendant. And I'm thinking, why do people have to change the things I'm comfortable with? My dad taught me that those things should not be happening. I was in, let's see, I think it was Ken and Kathy when he was in the hospital, or I might have been upstairs seeing somebody else, and I heard the nurse talking, which I thought she had a terribly deep voice. I turned around, and not only did she have a deep voice, but she had a beard and looked like she had a TV in her hand. And I met this man that was doing a very good job, which challenged my thinking again. And Squirrel says, that's the way it should be. You should. When you make up your mind about something, I said I make up my mind about a lot of things. He said, that's where the problem lies. He said, things are in the constant state of renewal. Something different happening. And for each generation, there are challenges to what we have been taught to think. And he said, go back to what Lincoln did with the slaves. Go back to what happened in Birmingham with the folks who weren't allowed to vote. Go back to all these places and see how it built up, and it goes to vote, it goes away, it comes in, it goes out, it comes in, and he said, and then the society catches up with what is supposed to be happening. I said, why do I need to hear this? I'm very content where I am. And as one parishioner said to me, don't challenge me with this new kind of thinking, because I don't want to hear it. And I said, okay. But as we go through life, and this is according to Gray here, each new generation has a new vision of the life around us. We, and take this to heart, folks, we're the check and balance in the system. We allow things to happen at a regular rate of speed rather than overwhelming us. And they're the leaders with the vision of what the next generation needs. And I said, I'm tired now, can I rest